How many of you guys out there are addicted to achievement and trophy hunting? How many of you don't care at all? It seems like the community is divided. There's not very many people in the middle. They either love it or they absolutely don't care one single bit. Hey guys, I'm RNG Gamer. I play all my games randomly, and I used to be addicted to achievement and trophy hunting. I say used to. I technically am still addicted, but I'm trying to get better. But after last week's video where I mentioned how I had 99.99% in the Binding of Isaac repentance, and there was just one little secret keeping me from getting the platinum trophy, and it would take several hundred hours just to do that one thing, and I just gave up. So many of you in the comments expressed similar frustrations about how trophies and achievements had gotten in the way of you being able to enjoy a game. Now, the first time achievements ever came out was when the Xbox 360 came out. And I'll never forget playing 99 Nights, and I did something in the game and a notification popped up on the screen. I didn't even really understand what it was or what it did, but it gave me a little tingly sensation inside that made me want to do it more. I learned what achievements were, and I was addicted right away. Now I'm going to say achievements and trophies. We're going to lump them in together because the PS3 had trophies too. And we're just going to say achievements for this video to save time. We okay with that? Can we agree to do that? Back in the day, I would just beat a game once and be done with it, but now the achievements would push me to get all the different endings, or they would push me to beat the game on a harder difficulty mode, something I never would have done before. They taught me about extra modes in the games that I never even would have known about. For example, Ikaruga has an achievement in it called Bullet Muncher. If you've never seen Ikaruga before, it's a crazy shoot 'em up. It's almost like a puzzle game, and you have a polarity on your ship where you can flip from light polarity to dark polarity. You can absorb bullets of the same color and deal extra damage to enemies of the opposing color, and you can flip back and forth. However, the Bullet Muncher achievement lets you know that you can beat the whole game without ever firing a shot, man. You can just switch polarity and just munch those bullets. I never would have known that existed if it wasn't for an achievement. It didn't take long after I started achievement hunting to where I fell down a flipping rabbit hole where I looked up the games that were the easiest to get 1000 gamer score or get the platinum trophy. Avatar: The Last Airbender on the freaking Xbox 360, you can knock out all the achievements in about 2 minutes. On the opening fight of the game, you just stand on a corner and just punch and you get 1000 gamer score. I went out of my way to get these terrible games and play them just so I could get artificial internet bragging points. And there were whole communities out there around this. There were tons of YouTube channels and websites devoted to achievement and trophy hunting. Even to this day, you can type in a trophy roadmap for a game and it'll lay out every single step you need to take to get that platinum trophy or the 1000 gamer score, 1500 gamer score, whatever it is now. They're really helpful. In most games, I was never able to completely get all the trophies unless I used one of those roadmaps because it was just always so convoluted. But I loved it. It was so much fun and it really pushed me to play a lot of games. But there was a downside to it as well. I would always prefer not to play the Wii. Why? Because it didn't have trophies or achievements on it, man. I was wasting my time. Why play Xenoblade Chronicles when I could play some freaking crappy Terminator game on the Xbox 360 and get 1000 gamer score really easily? Why play one of the best games of the generation when you don't get anything to show for it? That's a bad mindset. It was a terrible mindset. I didn't want to waste my time if I wasn't going to get an achievement or a trophy for what I was playing. But the truth is, I was actually wasting more time playing these terrible games just for gamer score instead of playing something I actually really wanted to play. And there are tons of games out there that were just enormous time sinks to get all the achievements. Rumble Roses XX on the Xbox 360, even with the guide and even following the roadmap, can take over hours to get all 1000 gamer score. It is not that good. Yeah, it's got cute girls in it, but that's all it's got. Or what about individual achievements that were really annoying that served no purpose whatsoever other than the developers just wanted to give you some task they thought that was really funny? The one that comes to mind is in Halo Reach, where you have to melee kill an enemy while you're in a free fall to prevent yourself from dying when you hit the ground. There's a freaking achievement guide for how to do this, and even with the guide, it took me dozens and dozens and dozens of tries, an entire freaking afternoon to grab one little achievement in a great game. And it's little things like that that really ruined the experience of a lot of games I played. And I was so addicted, and it got so bad that whenever a game came out, I wouldn't pick it up and I would wait a few weeks till a trophy guide or an achievement guide came out, and I would look at that guide, and if it was too hard to get a bunch of the achievements, I just wouldn't play the game. I just wouldn't play it. It was a source of stress when a game came out that I really wanted to dive into, and then it was too hard to get the achievements. I felt like I was letting myself down, like I was a failure because I couldn't devote the time to getting these internet points that don't do anything. They don't really make you a good gamer. You're just knocking off a weird series of tasks that the developer picked. And whenever I sat down to play a new game, I had to look at the freaking roadmap and achievement guide and set out the course of action of what I was gonna do. And I would sit there on the couch playing some game, and instead of being involved in that game, I was just going down this checklist. It's like a walkthrough, but even worse. Because it's not even really about the game, it's just how to do these tasks. And I'd be like, well, I can't go to this area of the game that I really want to go to because I have to freaking unlock this stupid side quest that happens only at this specific time so I can get this one achievement because it's going to unlock an item that I need later to get 100% completion on this character, and I don't want to have to go back and play this character twice. Just crap like that, man. You had to do a research paper before you played every game. It was so annoying. So annoying. And it would spoil games for me all the time. All the time it would spoil games. You'd be reading a roadmap and they'll be like, there's no spoilers. A lot of the achievements just reveal like who the last boss of the game is or something like that, that like ends up being a friend that betrays you later. It's spoiled, man, ruined. The end of the game is ruined. A good example is one of my favorite games of all time, Nier. Nier has a whole bunch of endings, like 26 of them. And when you look at the achievement guide, it specifically tells you not to go for one ending because it will delete your save. Now, that's good advice. That's sage advice. But it straight up spoils it, and it reveals why that is. Could you imagine getting 25 endings in a game and all the time you had to put in to do that, knowing that the big and final ending spoiled all the other ones? That's 25 endings to a game that didn't carry as much weight as they should have, because I knew what was going to happen at the ending of number 26. Soul crushing, man, soul crushing. Or what about the times that the trophy guides come out and they're really good, but then the developers patch the game after the guide comes out and the guide doesn't apply anymore? For example, Dragon Age Inquisition. Didn't even really want to play Dragon Age Inquisition, but before I bought it, even at $10, I pulled out my phone and I looked and I saw, oh man, trophy guide, guys. They say it's only like a 4 out of 10 difficulty. I can knock it out really quickly. It told you straight up, pick the Enchanter class. Use these skills and you can blow through the game, no problem. So I picked the Enchanter. I do exactly what the guide says. And what do you know? Since the guide had come out, the developers nerfed that class to move it from the strongest to the weakest. So now instead of plowing through the game in like 35 hours, it ended up being this 100-hour long slog with a character that could basically deal no damage and was a miserable mess of a character to play. It was a disaster, but I wouldn't give up. Even though I didn't even really like the game, because I wanted those achievement points. And you know what? I could have started the game over and played as a different character, but no. The guide told me to do it this way, even though the guide was wrong. I knew it was wrong. I was like, I didn't have enough confidence in myself to even delve into the game and not use the guide. I'm not a bad gamer. I'm a pretty good gamer a lot of the time, despite what my live streams end up like sometimes. But I was more than capable of doing that in Dragon Age Inquisition, but I just didn't do it. I just didn't do it. I was not a gamer. I was like a biological robot executing a series of commands on a guide that someone else had created. And it gets even worse. What about all the really great games that I wanted to play or that you wanted to play out there, and you didn't really get to play them the way you wanted to because of an achievement or a trophy? Case in point, the Mass Effect trilogy. A beloved trilogy. People cannot get enough of it. To this day, it's still heralded as one of the best trilogies of all time and some of the best games from that entire generation. There are all of these dialogue choices you can make during the game. There were so many times I wanted to pick a dialogue choice, but didn't because it didn't go with my character's alignment. Never go in between. Purely a paragon or purely a piece of crap. I forget what they call it. But I'm not like that in real life. I'm a mixture of good and bad. And I want the character I play to represent that. But I couldn't, so I had to get that trophy or achievement. I had to get that achievement. So I just went purely good. Even though I wanted to stick it to some of the characters I was talking to, man. I wanted to pick a fight with them. I couldn't because of a stupid guide. A guide told me not to do it, so I didn't do it. So frustrating. I didn't get the ending I wanted, and I didn't get to play Mass Effect the way I wanted because I was following a series of steps rather than experiencing the game. But the biggest problem of all was that I never realized this until I started playing all my games randomly. I didn't have a choice of skipping a game because it had a bad trophy list or an achievement list. I didn't have a chance to skip a game because it didn't have trophies or achievements. I just had to play them. But yeah, I'm still an addict, even to this day. I see an achievement or a trophy pop up, you get that little dopamine singe in your brain. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm playing Control right now on the PS5. And I find myself in the middle of a mission I'm really enjoying, and then some little alternate side mission pops up with a timer on it, and I abandon what I'm really enjoying doing to go whisk myself away to the other side of the map to stop some insurgency or some crap. Why? Do I care about that part of the freaking map? No. Do I care about the NPCs? No. Do I even know if there's a trophy for doing that? I don't know, but there might be. So I do it. It feels like there'll be a trophy for it. I think trophies and achievements are a good thing. I've learned a lot from them, and they've pushed me to be a better gamer. And they can be a lot of fun to go for when they're a real challenge and not some freaking mundane, boring task like what I went through in The Binding of Isaac. But don't let them dictate how you play your games. It's not just about the trophies and achievements. There's a famous saying, it's about the journey, not the destination. And this is a perfect example of that. Getting a platinum trophy or all the gamer score in a game, that's just worrying about the destination. You don't care how you get there, the ends justify the means. You just gotta knock everything out and be done with it. Wash your hands of it, right? But you're missing out on a great experience. Look at all these games behind me. That's what these are, experiences. Most of the games down here don't have trophies and achievements. And I still have a great time playing them. I kind of wish games didn't have them sometimes. Sometimes I'm thankful they do. So what about you guys? Tell me down in the comments, do you care at all about achievements or trophies in video games? I know so many people that don't care one bit. I used to game with one of my best friends every Thursday. He would let me pick the game, and I constantly dragged him through games on like the nightmare difficulty just because I wanted to get the trophy for it. And he hated it. He was miserable doing it, but he humored me because he was such a good friend. You guys have experiences like that? I'm sure some of you out there do. I know some of you guys are trophy hunters. It's not as big as it once was, but it's still permeated into our culture. Thanks for listening to The Rant. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you for watching the video. I know this is a little different. If you like me and you want to see more of me, and you haven't already, do that. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you know when the new videos come out. They come out every single Saturday morning. Leave me a comment, give me a like. The likes are the best way to help me in the YouTube algorithm. For every time you click that like button, it pushes my video out to more people. And of course, if you want to help a little bit more, you can always become a channel member or join my Patreon at patreon.com/RNGgamer. The links are down in the description of this video. You get access to the videos early, you get access to member exclusive videos. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do. I don't really make any money doing these videos, and I've spent a whole lot of money making them. So every little dollar helps. I really appreciate all you guys. You can see the channel members and the Patreons on the screen right now. You guys mean the world to me, and I'll catch you guys next time.